and salutations, my dearest friends. My name is Samantha, and today I'm going to be recommending some romance books based on some random tropes. Hello, how are you? Welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to Trope Week. If you don't know what Trope Week is, it is a series that I've been doing on my channel for quite some time. It's basically me taking an entire week to recommend some of my favorite romances, all centered around specific tropes. And this is the last day of Trope Week. I've been doing Trope Week for a really long time though, like various times throughout my channel. So I will link the playlist down below. I have pretty much any trope you would want. Second chance romance, poly romances, Christmas romances, vampire romances, whatever trope you want, it's probably there. So I'll put it in the playlist. But today is this week's last video, and I thought I would end it with recommending a bunch of romances with random tropes. So I have my little trope bag right here. You guys have probably seen this on my channel. This bag is from Lila June & Co., which is a company that does these tarot inspired trope cards. What they look like, they are these cards that have like different tropes on each one. So I'm going to throw this in the bag and we will pick some random cards and I will give you a romance recommendation on the spot. Hopefully. Sometimes my brain freezes up when I do this. I'm going to shuffle these just like a little bit because I have done this video or style of video before, so I don't want to pull like the same tropes. Got these cards when she just had her Etsy shop. Now she has like a whole website with all of her designs. She has tons of cards and tropes and bookish merch on her website. I'll link it down below so you can check it out. Alright, I shuffled them, put them in the bag. We're going to shake them up a little bit. I will pull a card and give you some recommendations. Let's go ahead and hop right in. Boom! First card. What card is this? Fake dating. Okay. I tell you, every time I pull a card, my brain blanks. I can't. Okay. A fake dating one that I read recently was called Clean Finish by Lily Main. This is the second book in her Goliaths of Wrestling series, but you can read it out of order. It is a male-male paranormal monster romance series, and it features different monsters who are professional wrestlers. Romance between a fae and a werewolf. Our hero is a fae, and he is the assistant to the manager of the wrestling company, and he is constantly flirting with all of the sexy wrestlers, kind of like making himself out to be a little vixen. But it turns out that he doesn't really have that much experience and is actually quite nervous to put himself out there. So he ends up propositioning our other hero, Seb, who is a very shy, introverted werewolf. The two of them have been friends for a while, and he really does trust him. So he kind of like propositions him to be like a fake dating friends with benefits situation so he can teach him all of the sexy things to gain more experience. But of course it ends up following the romance, and it's really sweet. I actually really love this one. This entire series is kind of what I would describe as like a monster romantic comedy because it's so humorous and so funny, but also very steamy and sweet and romantic and like all the things. So really love this series. If you are looking for some really good fake dating romances, Eden Finley has so many. In fact, she has a whole series. It is literally called the Fake Boyfriend series, and it is a collection of male-male sports romances, and a bunch of them have the fake dating trope. First one is called Fake Out. This is a male-male romance. It follows our characters Maddox and Damon. Maddox is headed back to his hometown for a wedding, and he really needs to bring a date with him because it is his ex-girlfriend's wedding. When he was younger, he didn't really know how to break up with his childhood girlfriend and didn't want to hurt her feelings. So instead of like breaking up with her and telling her that like he wasn't interested, he ends up telling her that he's gay. Yeah, and he's not. He's straight. So now he's kind of like continuing this lie. At least he thinks he's straight. This is a male-male romance. So now he is looking for someone to bring home with him. Best friend's brother, Damon, actually offers to go along with this fake dating scenario. Damon was a very popular star baseball player, but unfortunately was really badly injured before he could make it further into like a professional league. And now he is trying to become a sports agent. It just so happens that Maddox actually knows some professional players, so he offers to introduce Damon to them so he can like add them to his roster. So they both can definitely benefit from this fake dating situation, and it follows their romance. One has a bi-awakening trope, which is absolutely one of my favorite tropes ever. This is just the first book in the series. Like I said, the entire series is called the Fake Boyfriend series. So if you like the fake dating trope and sports romances and male-male romances, you will love this series. Earlier this week, I filmed and posted a sapphic holiday romance recommendation video, and in that video, I did talk about 2 sapphic Christmas romances that had fake dating in them, and they were Written in the Stars by Alexandria Belfleur. This is a Pride and Prejudice romance that has a fake dating trope, and then Set the Record Straight by Hannah Bottom Young. That is a Friends to Lovers romance that also has a fake dating trope. Just wanted to throw those 2 books in there as well. I know I talked about them earlier this week, but it fits the card. I'm only supposed to be doing 1 book per card. Let me move on. All right, next up, what card are we gonna pull? Boom. Forbidden romance. Ooh, a forbidden romance. I'm thinking. I swear I read. Something about pulling the cards like just gets to my head. All right, next up, what card are we gonna pull? Bam. Reverse Harem. Ooh, Reverse Harem. Oh, I don't know if I've ever pulled this card before. It's stunning. Oh my god, I have so many. When I think of Reverse Harem, I immediately think of Catherine Moon because she kills it when it comes to this entire subtrope. I really love her Librarian's Coven series, I think is what it's called. The first book is called Written. It follows our heroine who is a librarian, and she ends up getting a job at a magical college. This is a paranormal romance full of like witches and magic. Now, she does not have any magic of her own, or so she thinks. She has magic. She absolutely has magic. And it's like wicked cool too, but you know, I don't want to ruin it for you guys. So anyways, she ends up working at this library at this university and catching the attention of 3 of the college professors. The 3 men are already in an existing relationship and coven, and they are kind of looking to add her to their coven and their relationship. This leans more poly instead of reverse harem because all of our characters are in a relationship both romantically and emotionally, but as the 4 of them are kind of like bonding and creating their coven, there seems to be a really dark magic going on in the university. There is this ancient being that has been released and wreaking havoc, and they need to figure out what is going on. Total series is 4 books because each book like follows each character's backstory, and I love it. It's so good. I also love Catherine Moon's Inheritance of Hunger series. The first book in that series is called The Queen's Line, and this one has a really unique premise. Our heroine comes from royal blood. She's the princess, soon to be the queen of the kingdom. The way that her family is able to garner power is because of their magic. However, their magic is enhanced once they feel pleasure. Yeah, once they feel pleasure, it kind of releases magic into the kingdom, making it more prosperous. And the queens and the princesses of the kingdoms are kind of like constantly forming harems because a lot of their magic revolves around the pleasure that they receive. So it follows our heroine as she is building her harem. The magic is kind of described as the hunger, where it is constantly craving that physical intimacy. Our heroine is a little bit different than the rest of her family. She doesn't really want to use these men. She's craving more emotional connection, and she realizes that what they have been told about their magic isn't necessarily true. She is desperately trying to learn more about her magic, be a good queen for her kingdom, and of course it follows all of her romances. There are quite a few heroes, I think like 7 heroes, so it's definitely reverse harem. Some of the heroes are together, some of them aren't, but yeah, I really like this one as well. I feel like the premise of it sounds very strange, but I promise you, So good. Another reverse harem by Catherine Moon that I would recommend is Baby and the Late Night Howlers. This is part of her Sweet Verse Omegaverse series. I love Omegaverse so much, and Catherine Moon does it amazing. This one follows our heroine, Baby, and yeah, her name is legitimately Baby, and she has gone her entire life thinking that she was a beta, but she ends up presenting as an omega in a crowded bar full of alphas, which can be quite dangerous because she could very easily be taken advantage of. She ends up meeting a male beta who kind of like protects her and helps her, and she very quickly realizes that she has to get a pack to kind of service her through her first heat. Everyone is kind of like pushing her to pick a pack with money and influence, but she continuously finds herself drawn to this motorcycle club of all of these wild and rough alphas. There are 12 alphas that she ends up bonding with, 6 of them where it's more of like a family and friendship bond, and then the other 6 is more romantic. This one also has a little bit of a suspense plot because there is a rival motorcycle gang that has been trafficking omegas, so her pack needs to protect her, and it's just a really good solid Omegaverse. I love this whole series. Definitely check out the whole series if you are looking to get more into Omegaverse in general. Another reverse harem, not by Catherine Moon, is Groupie by CM Stunning. This one follows one girl and 5 rock stars in a moving tour bus, and that is quite literally all you need to know. Okay, it is sexy, it is fun. Anyways, I could talk about reverse harems forever and ever. It is quite literally my niche, my favorite thing ever, my favorite trope. So anyways, we'll move on. We will move on. Bow. Next one. Second Chance. Ugh, that's another one of my favorites. Gosh darn. Oh my god. I have to recommend my favorite book. You guys already know. Say it with me. Again the Magic by Lisa Kleypas. That's just the best second chance romance ever. It is an angsty historical romance. It is the prequel to her very popular Wallflower series. It also has a class difference, which is like one of my favorite tropes in historical romance. It follows our heroine, Lady Eileen, and our hero, McKenna. The two of them are childhood sweethearts. They grew up together and have always been drawn to one another. However, Eileen is the daughter of, I believe, an earl who does not approve of their relationship whatsoever. I don't want to do any spoilers, but something happens that kind of like tears them apart, and McKenna ends up getting sent to America completely brokenhearted. The story picks up again years later where McKenna is headed back from America. He is a self-made man. He has a little bit of shmoney, and he definitely has revenge on the mind, okay? He wants our heroine to see everything that she's been missing, and it follows their very, very angsty romance. Hands down, the best second chance romance out there. Like, I love it. Getting a little tired, so let's do one more. Hopefully this one will be a good one. Brother's Best Friend. Okay. Okay, I do love this trope. The one that immediately comes to mind is Birthday Shot by Risley Adams. So our heroine has been like hopelessly in love with her older brother's best friend for the longest time. Neither of them have really made a move because they know that her brother would be pissed. However, she's a little bit older now and she's grown and it's her birthday and she's looking for some, you know, birthday sex. So she decides to shoot her shot and propositions her brother's best friend to have like a no strings attached situation on her birthday, but of course they end up falling for each other. It's sexy, it's steamy. I really like this one. Another brother's best friend one that is really good is Game Changer by Lana Ferguson. That one is a hockey romance with an age gap. Our heroine is a professional baker and she has her own TV show. However, the TV show is not really having the best ratings, so she needs to kind of like invite celebrities onto the show to boost up ratings. It's perfect timing because our hero, he is a professional hockey player and he is headed back to his hometown. He has dealt with a couple years of scandal from his first marriage, so he is really looking to kind of like boost his PR and his image. So he ends up going on this baking show with his best friend's little sister. When they're on the show together, everyone is kind of like noticing their chemistry and kind of like shipping them and wanting them together. So they both end up fake dating to boost their image. but our heroine has been like hopelessly pining for a hero for like the longest time. She's always been like friend zoned, so this is definitely like her moment to really, you know, shoot her shot too. So that one is really, really cute. A very fun fake dating hockey romance, brother's best friend. Lots of tropes there. You can see my energy kind of like dwindled down a little bit, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video nonetheless. I had a fun time filming it, and I hope you guys enjoyed Trope Week. I always love filming these videos. If you missed any, I will have the playlist linked down below. If there are any tropes that I missed throughout the week, feel free to leave them in the comments of what videos you would like to see in the future, because I do this series all the time, so I'll definitely get to any tropes that I've missed, or even in the comments I'll give you some recommendations. We are also posting Vlogmas videos, so this will not be the last you see of me. In fact, you will see me all month. So I will see you tomorrow with another Vlogmas video. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day to spend time with me. It means the world to me. I hope you guys are all staying happy and healthy, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!